It's Week 11 of the NFL.
And at center stage, it's the Raiders' veteran running back, closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year.
It's the Raiders and the Vikings on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got 11 matchups between the Minnesota Vikings and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've certainly found their groove of the 5 in a row.
I think the size of the team, they're playing the best football they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, Vikings, 2 winners, 1 timeout, so something's got to get here.
Now the both teams come in mindsets, and it usually leads a really well-played game.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Mariota. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Mariota to throw it. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
A first down throw for Mariota. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I thought in last week's game, He found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Morgan off of play action. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off of a play fake, here's Morgan. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. We had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles, and they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Mariota. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the 1st snap.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. Touchdown, Vikings! Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here in Vegas. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Play action with Morgan. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mitchell.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Mariota. Rolling to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now here come the Raiders. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the 22, Morgan completing it here to Marvin Jones. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Austin. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Morgan sets up to throw on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On the counter, Mitchell. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota, and that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Mariota. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. from the diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here's Morgan to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Morgan looks to throw it. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards to pick up there.
It certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Morgan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
On the contact. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The tackle by Kenneth Murray. It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Set to throw is Morgan. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing now is Morgan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Morgan's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't it?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota, and it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mariota. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin in the Mile High City, an AFC West matchup between the LA Chargers and Denver. And at halftime, it is the Chargers who are in control. Daniel Jones, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Aaron Rodgers, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Ryan Tannehill leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
Morgan. And Jones has it over the middle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A give for Stevenson running right. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Here's Austin. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, and that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Jamie Gillen now. as he's on to punt for Minnesota. On the return comes Cobb. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Morgan. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Morgan. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ramondre Stevenson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Play action now. Mariota rolling to his right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mariota checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. When we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Morgan. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. And break, the tight end's got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And now out comes Minnesota. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Mariota to throw it. That's another one complete to Mitchell. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Jamie Gillendow as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Morgan. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Vikings.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and they look to cash in. Excellent field position, 4-yard line, 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Following the interception here, Mariota. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Mitchell is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Marcus Mariota. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Morgan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
You know things you're hoping for when you run drag routes? You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off of a play fake, here's Morgan. Now he's forced out right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Morgan off of play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On the draw is Stevenson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's Morgan to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Morgan looks to throw it. Zaccheaus here hauling it in. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Morgan. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Looking in zone for Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Right back to Mitchell here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's Jamie Gillen down as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now Cobb to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Raiders now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:17 remains. And their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Morgan to throw. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Morgan, he completes it to Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now Morgan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. 20, 10, 5, and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
The quarterback sack.
Charles Harris picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus.